back to Honda Fun YT, and today we're going to be reviewing the Vulcan OMNIPRO 220 by Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight isn't known for carrying the greatest of tools, but they actually carry a pretty good welder, which is this machine. The OMNIPRO 220 is a multiple process machine, which means it can run multiple processes like MIG. It can run a spool gun, which is for aluminum welding. It can also run stick. It can run TIG, and that's the main processes of the machine. It's very comparable to a Miller-Matic 220 or a Lincoln MP. The OMNIPRO 220 can run on either 120 or 240 volts. Let's move on to the graphics of the machine. The outside case of the machine has nice lettering and graphics. You can see all the letters are nice, easy to read. And the inside machine has nice directions on how to set up all the cycles and the procedures for setting up each process of the machine. The OMNIPRO 220 is a multiple process machine. This means that the welder can MIG weld, TIG weld, and stick weld. It can also do aluminum spool gun, but we do not have that process. Right now the Vulcan is set up for MIG welding. MIG welding is normally done with a shielding gas, which helps keep the welds clean and strong. The welder is already set up for MIG welding with a sort of plug-and-play system where you just plug your gas tank into the welder and you're ready to go welding. The welder comes with this nice MIG gun. The MIG gun is composed of a nice hard plastic, so if you drop it, it won't crack or break. It houses all your mechanisms for welding, like it has your trigger. The trigger is very nice, has good contacts. You're not going to struggle with that later on when it becomes an older machine. It has a nice metal swan neck on it, so you're not going to crack that or break it off on some instances, depending if it falls or you crush it on something. It also comes with a nice nozzle. Everything comes apart easily. You can clean it, put new parts on. All the consumables are easy. They're all interchangeable, so you're not struggling to find parts. It also comes with a nice long cable, so you can weld on pretty much any project you want. We now got the stick process hooked up to the Vulcan. Again, the electrode handle is very nice. It's made of a nice durable plastic. It won't crack or break if it falls. It has a good spring in the holder. It won't loosen up on you later on. It holds electrode very nicely. You really can't move it when it's in there, which is perfect. There's not a whole lot to this stick process. You use the same exact ground clamp that you use for MIG, which is really nice. You're not having to constantly change ground clamps around and all this hassle. It's really perfectly set up for a hobbyist. You really aren't struggling to hook it up. All you literally have to do is just plug it into the machine. You're ready to go weld. The TIG portion of this welder does have to be bought separately, but all the programs and the gas hookup is already in the machine. There's nothing you have to really do. Just you have to hook up your wires to the machine and then hook your gas line up to it, and you're ready to start TIGging. The gun is actually the torch is very nice. It has a nice grippy handle, so when you're wearing gloves, it doesn't slip out of your hand. It has gas on the handle, and it has a nice long torch set, so you can have a long tungsten in, so you're not constantly having to change your tungstens. It comes with multiple gas cups, so you can, if you want more gas, less gas, whatever you need. It does come with multiple tungstens, all different sizes, so whatever size project you're welding on or material you're welding on, you need a different tungsten for steel or aluminum. Again, uses the same ground clamp that all the other processes use. It does have a nice long cable, so if you have to really get into a project, you can reach in and get in there and get your welding done. Everything's very easy to understand and use, and I love how they have all the program settings into the machine, and you can be welding within like 3 minutes. This machine has some minor issues with it. You do have to change a lot of cord and stuff around to get your processors hooked up, but that's minor. It only takes a couple of seconds to do. I would give this Vulcan a 4 out of 5. It really is nice for what you get. I would highly recommend this to someone. Perfect for hobby welding or just fixing stuff around the shop or building small projects, but it is the Vulcan OMNIPRO 220.